I've been through. I've been on drugs. I've been through hell. You know what I'm saying? I did most of the movies on cocaine. All About the Benjamins. I used to sit in Ice Cube's trailer in the morning and be crying, tears. He like, Mike, wipe your face, man. You a king, nigga. Stop doing this shit to yourself. I'm sitting there wiping myself because I was I had survivor's remorse. I was so sad that I left all them niggas here in this city and I was famous. And when I would come home, I wanted them to be happy for me and they was mad at me. So I said, damn, I got to destroy myself for you to like me. I was like, damn, my favorite nigga, it seemed like he liked me more when I'm coming down off coke and I'm crying and I hate myself. He was like, oh man, I love you, nigga. I'm praying for you. But when I wasn't high and I was working out and I looked good, he's like, nigga, you think you better than me. I said, nigga, how is my success a reflection of your failure? And that's what happens to the kids. They around here killing themselves, trying to fit in with somebody who's fucked up. That's the truth.
I'm your professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a scantron, it's pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving, man. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. More importantly, you saw that clip, man. Survivor's remorse is an interesting thing, or survivor's guilt is an interesting thing because some people have it and some people don't. And what I mean is, and I'm just gonna be honest, people who was fuck ups and became successful, I see them having more survivors remorse or guilt than people who just was, you know, doing quote unquote the right things and became successful. The other thing that's interesting about this, sometimes you could do the right things and become successful, but it's like, I'm gonna say it this way: if somebody was an athlete, it's like you was 6'3" as a teenager, so this is kind of, you had an advantage athletically. That doesn't mean you have an advantage in life, and this is where people get things mistaken, where people get jealous and upset that people are naturally made to have a disposition to become this thing that can be successful. If you're very smart, you have a chance of being successful. That does not mean that you will be. That means you have the opportunity to be. If you're built a certain way, you have a chance to be successful in sports. That doesn't mean you will be. That means you have a better chance to be. So sometimes you have you're the people that you're around, they don't fit the success model to the place that you're going to. So you're a smart person, but you have a dumb friend, so they don't fit, the model for smart success. You're a big, physical specimen. This person that you're cool with isn't. So then it's like they don't fit that, so they can't be successful in that way. That doesn't mean that they can't be successful in a different way. It's just they're watching you be successful in one way, and they don't know how they can be successful, so they become a hater. Now, the interesting thing about the "you think you better than me" aspect is some people don't want to hear this, but some people have gifts and talents, and they're just fucking them off. And they may have friends and family that says, "Hey, man, you got a gift for doing this. You're blowing it, playing around with your life." And that person might actually say, "You know what? I heard y'all. I'm gonna give this a shot," and it actually works out for them. And the very people who said you should put that down, that nonsense down, and try to do this with your life, and you do it and you become successful, those could be the very people who go, "Man, you would have never did that if it wasn't for me." Because nobody. So like, I pushed you to do that. Now you owe me for life type of situation. And the interesting thing is, what happens when somebody sees the gift in you and you follow what they saw and it actually works, but you don't actually see the gift in them. And what I mean is that might not be your gift. You don't know what other people, you can't see in other people this could make them great. So now you spinning your wheels trying to help people and give people stuff in hopes that people could find what they're looking for because you feel guilty that they saw something that you didn't see in yourself. And then you pursued it and it was true, but you can't tell, you don't see anything in them that they don't see in themselves because you can't see nothing. So let me just give you this, let me give you this, let me give you that, let me give you this, let me give you that. And the more you give a person, the more they lose. And it's like, why am I helping these people at a certain point? And then people will make you feel guilty because it's like, why am I helping? Help? Is it really help? You know? Or is it really a guilt payment? Because see, there are other people who become successful and people cannot guilt trip at all because there are people who saw something in themselves that everybody else didn't around them didn't see anything in. And and what they saw in themselves, they wind up making that a true statement. And then you get the, I always knew you would do it. We all knew you would. And this person's like, really? Because I vaguely, I specifically remember y'all saying, you ain't gonna be that. How that never happened with you. But now that you're successful, we were just pushing you. We felt like you could make it, so we was pushing you to make you mentally tough to keep going. It's like, Now, while I'm saying that, why don't you give me $20,000? You know. Now, Mike Epps talking about the drug problem. I'm gonna just be honest, man. Sometimes drug addicts become successful, and sometimes drug addicts are sensitive people. And sometimes they're sensitive people because it's not just survivor's remorse that they made it out and you didn't. Sometimes when people put religion on it, like God have their hand on you, sometimes you feel bad because you mean to tell me I'm this fucked up and God looking out for me, but God ain't looking out for all these people that's way better than me? So you mean to tell me I'm better in God's eyes than this person? They don't see that. Nah, I can't go with that one. You know what I'm saying? So that guilt kicks in, and then you just go back to doing dope. And because people, you can look up to somebody and become more successful than somebody, and it might break your heart that that person isn't happy for you. You know, I look back at it with my older cousin. I talk a lot of trash. He thought for a while he thought I was a hater of him being successful because he played for certain teams and I was a fan of other teams. Like I don't hate you. You play for them. My team is this. That's it. You know, I got love for you. But I used to always call him and say, man, I'm watching. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. So he figured out that I wasn't hating. It was just when he was playing my favorite team. I don't want, nigga, I hope you get dusted out there. You can't be showing up my team, playboy. But the reality was, oh, that's why you never asked me for anything. That's why you never did this. That's why you never was pressing me about this because you watched me from being a teenager to a grown man, and you was like, nah, enjoy the fruits of your labor. Because a lot of times successful people, whether they have survivor's remorse because they were screw ups or they were hardworking people who came up. Unfortunately, they don't both of those groups don't have a lot of people to tell them, I'm just happy for you. I'm proud of you. Keep doing your thing. Not can you give me this? Can you give me that? Not when I come around, it's all good. It's keep going because they have more people trying to take from them than give to them. Because when you become successful, people want to ride the coattails of your success, but they're only they're taking and taking and taking and taking. And that's why you see people saying they have a small circle, because it's only a small group of people that's going to give in that scenario to that person. You know, so that's the issue. But sometimes, like I said, people have survivor's remorse because, you know, and sometimes I got to say this before I shut it down. Sometimes people make it, and what they feel guilty about is they fucked over people that helped them make it and exalted people that tore them down, and they don't know how to fix that. So I got to put that out there too. So I'm going to leave it at that. Tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace. You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm going to tell you that.